who has the overall advantage in the game? John Fox and Adam Gase, because they've coached probably 40 of these players?
Right.
Or Wade Phillips and Gary Kubiak, because Wade is a guy who changes his defense. I mean, he has a simple defense, but then he changes it during the course of the game.
Wade Phillips is the best coach of the four. So if you just go with scheme,
Assistant coach.
He's the best. Well, he's not a head coach, but
That's what I'm saying.
If you're talking a defensive coordinator, an offensive coordinator, and two head coaches, the man who does his job the best is Wade Phillips. So if there's one man that will come up with the most great ideas in this game, I trust that to be Wade Phillips. I do think, and I strongly believe, that John Fox wants to win this game in the worst way, kicking and screaming way. And I do think that John Fox and Adam Gase's inside information or inside knowledge about Brock Osweiler can make a difference. So if it's 2 against 1, I'm going with Foxy and Gase.
You are so wrong. Here, let me help you out.
Okay,
Well,
please
you're
straighten me out here.
So, well, but you just you tried to cover like 14 bases and cover yourself there. Wade
You know what
Phillips,
chair I'm sitting
Wade
in?
Phillips is the right.
I think we have to wait and see.
No, that's not the right answer either. Here's the right answer. The Broncos are a better team.
Okay.
They are a better
Well,
team.
that's not on the question.
Well,
The
but
Broncos are on a better team.
So if you're coach, if you have the better team, I don't care whether you're kicking and streaming, dragging and hollering, whatever you might want to do. So you're wrong that Adam Gase and John Fox know the Brock Osweiler who never played. That's what they know. They know that the guy that was in practice. Don't you think Brock is smart enough to go, here's what they think about me.
Right.
And there are things that when you roll out, the one thing in Gary Kubiak's offense, when you play action, you seal the end. He can't immediately attack.
That's correct.
Well, when you roll out, you've got an end that's isolated that really is left. That was the Tim Tebow thing. Sorry for bringing it up, but that's why it kind of worked for Tim Tebow, because the defensive end had to make a decision of whether to come inside or outside.
If you roll out, you ideally negate the pass rush to the side you're rolling out to, and on top of that, you make your read for your quarterback easy. There's probably 2 receivers in your field of vision, and you will choose one of those 2 receivers and throw the ball there.
So when you tell me that Adam Gase and John Fox have the advantage, I think that Gary Kubiak, listen carefully, he now has his offense. Whether it's kind of funny to me, and I've thought about it all week, that it's the Gary Kubiak offense. It's not called the West Coast offense or the wing T or whatever. Gary Kubiak now has an offense named after him. Wouldn't you agree with that? And so Gary Kubiak has his offense. He's got his toy that he really wants to play with and say, hey, this worked in Baltimore with Joe Flacco. Chris Harris said earlier in the year, before the season started, that Brock Osweiler is Joe Flacco Jr., and that he believes he'll play like that. So you got that situation. Gary Kubiak's got his own offense. And Wade Phillips, I think, knows how to attack Jay Cutler. Now, where I think the Bears do have an advantage, if you consider they have a better running game. So that's, even though Forte, I assume, is out, but Langford has proven to be a quality backup that's come in and kind of done the job.
Yes, he has, Michigan State.
So, and Forte may never get the job back because they got to go with Langford in the future.
And Forte is a free agent.
If you look at the defense, so it comes back to Gary Kubiak, the Chicago defense is not good. Their best player is in or out, or you don't even know where, McPhee. And so I think that the Broncos coaches have the advantage.